Yeah, man. Yeah, we at the Cromwell though. Drake upstairs, Usher down the street. Trace Jackson Davis just made a dunk. Scoot out here in the Miri. JJ will be here next year. The pressure's heavy. Indiana Rise though. McDonald's. Shout out to Grimace. My player partner. The day one from A1. LA Fitness. Let me turn this shit down, man. Fuck all that. Like, my nigga. Welcome to the Concrete Genius podcast. Very less profanity, man. The game didn't change, man. I got to clean it up. I got scouts watching me, people watching me. You know, it's all about, like, my boy, Rodney Holliday. Right now, in the business. How you doing?
I'm good, man. It's always good to see you when you come out here. Like I said, good thing for me is anytime people from back home, are able to make it out here, try to do my best to, make sure I reach out and, at least, catch up from the last time, that we spent.
Yeah.
Was able to kick it. So it's always good to see you, man.
So, how you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Like I said, been on the West Coast now for a little over 6 years.
Okay.
Like I said, the game of basketball, for one, on the West Coast, it's shown me it's a little different from how I was raised as far as with the Midwest and style of basketball, the pace of basketball. And like I said, it's been a blessing to be able to say I've coached out here for over 5 years, so almost the majority of the time I've been living out here. I was able to take what I learned back home and bring it out here and help these kids out at all different kind of levels.
That's hard. So look, how'd you first get into coaching out here? Let's talk about the LA venture. How'd you first get in the game?
So
Vegas, excuse me.
Yeah, when I first moved out here, they were having a Nike camp called WODI. Worker Don't Eat is what it stands for, over at Durango High School.
That's hard. Much respect.
And I was asked to come over there and be one of the instructors. So I met with the staff and went ahead and attended the camp. Had a few kids that I've been able to see progress actually through their whole high school career because of that camp. But basically the camp was a 3-day camp. The first 2 days is skill work, getting to know the kids, split up in different groups, 5 or 6 groups with a different instructor. Each instructor kind of had to give them different skill work. So a lot of the skill work I did is, a lot of skill work that, I learned at Pike High School. I learned throughout college. I learned, throughout the Indiana Rise process that we'll get to a little later. But just being able, like I said, bring everything out from what I learned in my hometown out here on the West Coast. It was something different for these kids to see and experience. And on the third day was a scrimmage day. They split the teams up. I actually had a real talented kid at that time going into his freshman year of high school named Donovan Yap. He's currently playing at Fresno State. But we ended up going undefeated and winning that camp. And Coach Henry, who was the head coach for the varsity men's team at that time, now is on the UNLV men's staff, just basically, told me, I can tell that you know what you're doing. He was watching me in the distance, and he offered me a job, but at that time I had moved out here near the end of the year, so it was you can come on the staff, but, I can't pay you. And being new to the West Coast, that was obviously a little difficult, but he told me, he's like, hey, man, I have a sister-in-law that works over at Cimarron High School. He was like, it's not on the boys' side, it's on the women's side, but it's a varsity job. So, like I said, just moving out here, wanting to prove myself, I was like, I'll take it. And kind of like I said, that led me to the success that I've had up till now.
It's hard. Hey, man. Hey, man, that's hard. Like, so look, I understand the Vegas success. Let's go, like, when did you first fall in love with the game? Like, let's talk about where you started hooping at. Like, back to the time you started falling in love with the game.
So actually, my mother, she raised me, single mom, put me at St. Richard's. So well, it still is, but it's a private school. I want to say, what was that on, like 30, 34th and Meridian or
They
something
watching
around
you.
there? Yeah,
They watching you.
like right across
Right,
the street
33rd,
from Short
33rd,
Ridge,
34th,
on the other side of the street.
right.
And
Yeah, they got you.
private school from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. So, like I said, that was probably one of the big. Oh, go ahead.
Now you, yeah, so go ahead.
No, St. Richard's was a good experience as far as the education side as well. But just because, like I said, once I graduated from there and ended up going over to Pike High School, like education wise, like my first 2 years was kind of stuff like I was already learning, in 7th and 8th grade over at St. Richard's. But on the basketball side of that, we kind of play like the same 8 or 9 private schools. You play them twice throughout the season, and then they have their own little playoffs. And Devin Williams actually, who was a super athlete at that time, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. He played with the Indy Heat, with Curtis White, Reese Cheatham, and Conley and Odin and all them. And he went to Orchard, so our schools would always play each other in the championship. And I will say, like, we never beat them, but I had a couple, and you can ask him, like, there's games that his mother actually has the actual tape of, like, he had 30-something, I had 30-something. But it always made me respect Devin because I was like, at the time, like, Devin was, like, better than a lot of people at that age, and he was, like, super athletic. So always.
What did he do best?
I mean, like, he played, like, just like I said, above the rim, like, he had a
middle
3-point
school?
shot. Yeah, middle school. Like, he had a 3-point shot.
He could go both sides, both hands?
Like, he was right hand dominant
Oh,
a
he was
lot,
gonna bully you?
but like he was just so quick, and then like his defense really was like the best thing. Like if anybody, and like through high school, the college, like if there's another player, what I'm saying, that's going to work, put Devin on him. Like Devin's gonna lock him up. So like Devin was, like I said, when we was young, like Devin was one of them, like yeah. So after we graduated 8th grade year, he's the one actually that convinced me to go over to Pike and play basketball over there for 4 years.
So without that, where you think you would have went?
Brebeuf. It was either gonna be Brebeuf or Cathedral, but also, like I said, my dad was like, we're not about to keep funding this private school stuff. Like you need to experience the real world, and you need to get over to Pike too, because like he was a fan of Devin. You know what I'm saying? So when he would come to the games, he was like, yeah, that kid's talented. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that was just kind of the whole thing when it came to, the middle school and then switching over to going to Pike High School was like Devin actually had a big influence on that.
Yeah. So, freshman year at Pike, how you fit in? Like, where'd you stand as far as other people in your class? As far as other people in your class?
Shoot, man. So I made the freshman team. Shabaka Lance Chewy, he was our freshman coach. So what's crazy about that year is Pike won state that year, 29-0 as far as the varsity team. I want to say the JV team went. It had to be over 20 wins, but they went undefeated. We went 19-1, so we was the only team out of all 3 that lost a game. Like that's how good Pike was.
It's hard.
Like,
what year? So what year is this? What
that
season?
was they won state in 03. That was my freshman.
That's your freshman year.
So
how was those practices?
So our practices was hell. I mean, open gym was crazy, just in the fact, like I said, I'm coming in. You got. Yeah, the upperclassmen was Justin Cage, Robert Vaden, Courtney Lee, You know, David Barlow, Mike McCoy, Darren Yates. I really shouldn't be forgetting nobody like that. They had this one cat, Adrian Rosales.
Reese in there.
So Reese, Devin, and Curtis, like we're all the same year,
Okay.
but those three got moved up to JV our freshman year.
That's hard.
So they played the JV season, and then when the JV season was over, they were asked to move up to help practice with the varsity team. Yeah. So because they won state.
So who was the three? Who was the three again?
Devin Williams, Reese Cheatham, and Curtis White.
Okay, yeah.
So because those three, you know, were participating in practice with them too, you know, and putting some work in, it was, you know, they also got a ring. You know what I'm saying? So it's always respect to them, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're all friends to this day, but yeah, man, like all three levels, like that year was, you know, and Chewy's like he's still getting on our ass to this day about that. We the only team that had that one loss, and it was
who's y'all lose to?
North Central.
Well,
so we lost to them.
How about what?
I don't remember. So we lost to them, and I'm pretty sure it was at Pike.
It was that y'all lost at the crib, no?
Yeah, but we played them at North Central, and like it was like we blew them out.
Oh, the varsities.
Nah, like that freshman team. Because we was already pissed off that we was the only team that lost that one game.
Yeah.
So it was like, when we go to North Central, like, we're going to beat the shit out of them. Like,
Yeah.
So, and it was like a point to prove, like, damn, like, we should have played like this the first game.
Time. Yeah.
And then all three, you know.
Hey, so how hard is it as a hoop head, to have the only loss on the blemish?
That shit sucks. It's tough, man. It's tough. Like I said, every time I see Chewy, man, like if we do talk about that shit, it's like, nah, we was the only motherfucker.
Shout out to Chewy, man.
Like,
the only squad.
The only squad, man. Everybody else undefeated. But like I said, the varsity, man, 29-0, and they won state, though. Like,
so who was? Oh, so let's break it down. Who was freshman? Who was varsity head coach?
Larry Bullington.
Bullington. And who was JV coach? Varsity
at that time, it was Mark Spoljarek. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Chewy was the freshman coach. But your varsity assistants, it was Coach Wright.
Curtis Wright.
Mike Linville.
I don't know.
Yeah, Linville. People watching this, y'all know, if y'all know Linville, yeah. Yeah, man. Like, they had a tough squad. And that was, like I said, our freshman year. So, like I said, that was the first time seeing Conley and Odin over at Lawrence North.
They were same year, right?
They're our year, yeah. They
06,
graduated 06. So like seeing them, man, like that shit, yeah. Like when Pike beat them at the crib, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, we got a nice squad.
So let me ask you this question: What was your first impression of Odin when you seen him as a freshman playing in high school?
Well, because like I said, I wasn't going to Pike Township schools. I really didn't know like nobody coming in there. Like Devin was the only person I knew, and like I said, he actually our freshman year, like when we go to lunch and shit, like he would be the one, like we'd be sitting there having lunch together, or whatever. And then when other players that play or he was with during the summer would come over and say what's up, like he'd be on some real shit and like introduce me like this is my boy Rodney, like he played
Shout
at
out
private
Devin,
school
that's hard.
too. So
That's
like he, you know, that's really how I met Chewy too, because Chewy would be
Yeah.
walking his ass like through the lunchroom and shit. He'd always come over there and talk to Devin, and then, you know, Chewy was like, you know, who's your boy? So, yeah, I always give Devin his respect, man, because, like, you know, he looked out big time. But, yeah, man, our freshman team is myself, Tony James, Desmond Jordan, Adam Young, Greg Middleton, Richard Smith, Mike Baker.
Right.
We had one white boy, man. Isaacs Griffiths Cohan, man.
Yeah.
My boy Joey Baranek played.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I'm missing somebody.
It's one more. It's one more off the bench. One more. Just take your time.
Oh, okay. Hold on. My boy Christian Holliday.
Okay. It might be one more. Cool nigga though. Helped everybody out.
This is freshman squad.
It's tough. So sophomore year,
Yeah.
how the role play? So Pike, them years, sophomore year, wasn't no shame being on JV as a sophomore back then in the days. The grind was real,
Nah,
right?
you know what's crazy about Pike is, man, like, I feel like really at a lot of levels, like, dudes could have went to other high schools within the city,
Yeah.
whether it's public or private, and got their way. So, I mean, since we've been talking about Devin a little bit, Devin, really, you getting too much love in this interview. But,
That's wild, yeah.
like, he had his little differences.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, all right, man. Like, so he went over to, Lawrence Central.
Wow.
But had a great career.
Numbers was nice.
He felt a little more free. And, I mean, he became the lead role. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, certain places don't work out for everybody. And Devin ended up, playing, college, JUCO. Then he went to, D2 University of Indianapolis, had a good career there, played with the Indiana Diesels, blah, blah. So it's just like, would he have been able to do all that if he stayed at Pike? You know what I mean? That's why I always tell kids, like, if you really that uncomfortable, just try something else out.
That's hard,
You know what I'm saying? Just try something else out.
Yeah, yeah. So look, like, what happened? So let's go. You played all the way. When did they tell you, hey, bro, we need you to switch your position and start guarding these fives in this motherfucker?
So, like, freshman year, like Chewy Daner had me play like the 2 through the 5.
I respect that, Chewy.
Like, real stuff, like, and he'll tell you to this day, like, I was the only, like, freshman to have a quadruple double. Like, that actually happened.
That's high. How many did it? 1, 2, that's 4?
4, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hard. Oh, yeah, that's hard.
Like, anybody, ask Chewy, like, he'll tell you the truth
I
about
finna FaceTime JJ. That's hard.
but-
That's hard. Hey, hold up.
Let's see what we do.
I finna FaceTime JJ, man. Call him. I guess the hardest shit I ever seen. I thought he was the only dude ever did that in life.
Who, JJ?
Yeah, I never had nobody ever did that. Yeah, he did that. He did it where he had 5 before. 5 steals. He had 10 blocks, 10 steals, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 points. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. I just want him to understand how good of a hooper you was.
I was decent. It was on the freshman level, but, I'm going to still take my props for that.
Yeah. It don't matter what level, nigga. That shit could be rec league, nigga. This nigga. Nah.
Let's see if he answered.
Nah, I'm gonna probably check that. I never knew that, bro.
Yeah.
So versatile. So, okay. So after scoring, what was your next best strength?
I mean, at that level, like, and really, man, like, all throughout Pike, like, people always knew, like, if Rodney, like, gets a little, like, standstill shot, like, he'll hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't never the dude to, like, be able to, like, just go off the dribble, break you down, and do like that till I got to college. Like, at Pike, like, I kind of played a little more reserved. But it was just like, man, like, we had so much talent at every level. Like, didn't nobody, like I said, at Pike average, like, 20-something points, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, at least from my, like, the groups that I played with, whether it's freshman, JV, and at the varsity level, especially, like, our senior year, like, Reese and Curtis and all them, like, none of them averaged, like, 20, 25 points. Everybody was, like, like, maybe, like, 17, 14, 11, 8, 7. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like I said, it was a lot of talent at that time, so.
For me, like, bro, honestly, if somebody come in, move in, my son been through there, like, dudes from that era, no matter how things have happened, all the dudes from that era got extremely basketball high IQ. You know what I'm saying? Even the dudes that went to Pike, like, just watching the games, as a kid, you would become smarter. When your freshman squad only loses 1 game, you have to understand the game better.
Yeah.
Your JV team, you have to want to come to. So all those kids, all those dudes as adults, that's a whole generation of dudes that see the game different. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Like, y'all had some shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all had, I wish they would have got that LeBron game.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was just always, like, the story surrounded, like, like I said, coming from a private school, like I said, knowing Devin. So George Hill actually, like, played basketball a little bit for St. Richard's at that time. But yeah, no, going back to Pike, man, like seeing the varsity team, so like I said, you got Courtney Lee was going to Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
You got Justin Cage. He got Mr. Basketball.
It's hard.
Went to Xavier. Mike McCoy, he played on that team. He signed to Murray State. David Barlow, he went to IUPUI. Darren Yates, he went to Ball State. Parnell Smith, he went to I want to say it was like Buffalo. So really, that's like that's really like 6 D1s right
That's
there,
tough.
like all on one team.
That's tough. And who head coach is that?
Larry Bullington.
It's hard.
I'm fucking
Bulletin,
up because I know it's some other. Well,
D1s.
let me just. I'm talking about like, well, yeah, them D1s, like
So let me tell you something. Who was the coldest nigga that you seen in high school at Pike? Like you knew.
tripping. Robert Vaden.
Vaden.
I don't even think I said his name.
Yeah,
I don't know how I
I
got
was-
him.
Yeah.
You said the coldest though.
Yeah.
At the time, I thought it was Courtney. Like Courtney and Robert were the top two. You know what I'm saying? Like, because one could attack from both wings. Either way, you know what I'm saying? And but nah, man. Like Courtney, just the athleticism. It kind of always seemed like it felt a little easy for him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like Robert could get to his spots and knock down the mid range like nobody else. Like,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
it was just kind of like they both was nice, man. But I don't know. I always felt like Courtney gonna get to the league like because of the athletic game that he has. You know. What I mean?
Yeah. Like me watching as an observer, I was very studious observer. I felt like Courtney had a, at that time, very NBA built game, like tall jumper, high release, you know what I mean? Very athletic, could get by you. But I also knew, like, Vaden had a good base. He could get buckets. You know what I mean? He run off buckets quick.
Like,
yeah.
Vaden Denner's still nice. Like, like he's been playing basketball like for a grip. Like he's nice. Like I said, like that mid range, like he get like in the middle, like that where that free throw line is at. We used to run this play called triangle and shit. So it's just I'm not gonna get a recipe out, but it's like when that player like comes off that screen and shit, like to curl off of it, like Robert would hit that shit like nonstop. You know what I mean?
It's
So
hard.
it's just like,
So that's 16 right there.
man, yeah,
14.
Robert was nice, man.
That's
And like I
hard.
said, like
I
them
respect
open
that.
gyms, dog, like they was tough because it was like, and it was partially because of them, obviously, but just coming in the open gym, and that was new to me. We didn't have that shit, like, because I know like Pike sometimes if you a good 7th or 8th grader, they might let you come up to the high school to hoop or whatever, but private school's not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like my freshman year, walking into an open gym. I'm seeing all these D1 coaches, you know what I'm saying, like Painter's there. Mike Davis from IU at the time was there. Like Xavier's coach was there, Illinois, and I'm just like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like they here to watch us play.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. Yeah.
So the mentality was like, you better not mess up.
Yeah.
Like, you better not,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
You gonna get embarrassed out here.
Yeah. So, as a comparison to now, the mentality, the pride on freshmen was totally different than what it is today.
Oh yeah, especially like I hate to say it too, but yeah, on the West Coast, like it's bad. Like you might get your like 1 or 2 freshmen that are just way more advanced than all the other
Because of
freshmen.
the AU, the dad or something.
Yeah,
situation,
but it's just always like then you only get like maybe 2 to 4 that really be wanting to like work hard and work on their craft. A lot of them just like, man, I'm already good, but you can't make a layup. You know what I mean? And it's just like, bro, like
So let me ask you a question, right? We just explained all the IQ shit come from Pike. And even before I get into what we meant, let me ask you, what you think, even with knowing how JJ came out here, things like that, you've been out here coaching high school, boys and girls, right?
Yeah.
What you think is the biggest mentality? Give me 2 things that you see on the West that could help the Midwest and vice versa. I mean, this is a lot of knowledge. So, listen.
Yeah, and I think the Midwest definitely can help the West Coast out, about breaking the style of basketball like down a lot more. Like I said, coming from back home, we're taught, different ways to come off screens. We're taught, flex cuts at an early age, how to backdoor, how to come set a screen and fake it and, dive towards the basket and expect a pass. West Coast is a lot of up and down. We're going to play at a fast pace. We're trying to outscore you who can get to 150 first. You know what I mean? It's just, and then also it's a lot of, they do a good job of showcasing the talent out here, though. Like, I feel like that from the West Coast could be brought to the Midwest. So, like, the pace of the game, like, understanding it, you know what I mean, breaking it down, showing the different screen options, the Midwest could definitely benefit pushing that out to the West.
Yeah.
Helping the kids out, showcasing them in places and tournaments and stuff like that. The West Coast could help the Midwest out on that.
That's a great answer. Like, for me, one thing I like about the West Coast, bro, if you play out here and anybody you play with, they got any type of connections, you're going to get some great games.
Yeah.
They're going to make your game special. They're going to be streamed. They're going to be on the beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be everybody there. So even if you don't get what you want on the college side, you trying to go to the league, the people that matter out here.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
just
for
honest.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like, you put on out here, it's going to be paid more attention. You're going to get a chance to go against more 5 stars. You know what I mean? My thing. Now, the Midwest, by the time we in 3rd grade, my son knew 5 offenses against 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 10 out of bounds plays, 6-7 traps.
Yeah.
That's 3rd, 4th grade. Out here, it's different to just go, go, go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, it's that combination, but the freedom that they play with out here is sometimes beneficial to kids like us who kind of build more in the structure.
Helps build their confidence.
Build their confidence.
Yeah.
Coming out here, my son got loose numbers. I'll see guys come out here, and if you from the Midwest, you grind. Like, even if you like somebody like Jay Hart, you come out here, you grind, it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They gonna see it.
They gonna see it. You know what I mean? That Midwest add that sauce. So let's go into this, man. This is a beautiful podcast for me, man, because, me and this guy, we've been cool about what? About 7 years, 8 years?
No, I mean, they was in 7th grade. Might be a little
That's
longer.
crazy. Yeah.
Might be like 8 or 9.
I'm on Pacific Coast time,
Might
man.
be
Bear
like
with
8 or
me.
9. Yeah, no, it might be like 8 or 9.
So look, let's tell the people, man, how did we meet each other?
Oh, so we both was really just kind of on the workout tip, at the gym at LA Fitness up there on Michigan Road near Carmel, and like I said, I used to just wake up early, early in the morning. My main thing was, let me just go lift some weights, do some cardio, and then, it's still early in the morning, so ain't nobody in the gym. Let me just go ahead and, just work out. Because I was fresh out of college, so I was like, I'm just going to keep doing my skill work or whatever. Like, I didn't think I was going to make it nowhere, like, big or nothing like that, but I was like, I just still want to.
Hey, I'm going to keep it 100.
Yeah.
You was knocking out at 255, though. Hey, this nigga used to work out with the 14-pounder over his head.
Yeah, on the Stairmaster.
Oh, my God, it's ridiculous. Oh, my God, yeah.
But just going there and just doing skill work and just trying to, just keep my shot or whatever. But, man. And then it was just kind of, you walked in there, man, and, you approached me. He was like, hey, man, I like what you do. I like the drills, the skill work you're doing and stuff like that. Have you ever coached or, would you be interested? And I was like, man, I ain't never coached before. Like, but, I'm definitely interested. Like, I ain't never thought about it, but, this conversation might be happening for a reason. So, I'm interested. And, he's like, all right. So, we met, talked about it. You explained, what the program was, the details and everything. And I think the main thing for me, honestly, I don't even know if we really kind of talked about this part of it, but it was just like when you told me you was like, man, you're gonna have your own team that like you can actually coach. I was like, man, like, oh yeah, I'm all the way in. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I was like, I'm all the way in because, like, for me, you know what I'm saying? Like being able, to give back in a form of a way that I actually like love being a part of. Like I think that like that gives you more incentive and it gives more love and like what you actually doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, like I said, man, like that was a big part of me saying, yeah, man. So, when we had the first tryout, he was pointing out certain kids. I don't even know if you remember this part, but like we doing the tryout, I'm doing the skill work, and you like, yeah, man, I want you to pick out the kids, and I'm like, damn, like this dude giving me a lot of control, like you already had like a group, you know what I'm saying, that you wanted to be a part of it, but at the same time, it was like if you really don't think, you know what I'm saying, you can develop, like, let me know. I'm like, oh, man. I was like, all right, dude, like super cool then. Like I was like, I could really work with this. And like I said, man, tryouts led into, the first practice, and then like it was just kind of how it was special how like the work ethic we was trying to put out to these kids, like you gotta run, you gotta condition, like your body's gotta be in tip top shape, like how we would start practices. I'm like,
hey, we be shouting niggas, bro. You had to get that money come with us.
Hey, they was working.
You was gonna be great or you was gonna quit.
Yeah, they was working, man.
Yeah.
And that was, like I said, that was what I really liked about it. And I was like, because I was always a kid. Like, I wasn't, like I said, super talented. But I was like, man, if I can at least work out all the time, like, try to be strong, like, just do the small shit I really don't want to do because I didn't feel like I was a center, or whatever, or power forward. I was like, man, I like to shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I'm just talking about high school, but I'm just like, man, like, if I can allow these kids to, like, especially the ones that are treated like that, like, hey, you still got to learn how to handle the ball, even though you're the biggest person out here. And like I said, you was cool with that. And I'm like, damn, this dude understands that. Like, I was like, we're going to get these kids right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all about, like, position basketball. It's like everybody can play.
If you hoop, you can hoop.
And if you think about the game now, like, centers is getting pushed out. Like, it's all about.
So we's ahead of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we can say that. We can say that. I know it's a lot of kids that was frustrated. Like, man, like, just throw me down there, man. I'm sitting.
But the beautiful thing about the system was that any nigga could give you 18.
Yeah.
That was the beautiful thing about playing for us.
Yeah.
It wasn't so every parent could be enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Because it was a fair democracy to hoop.
Yeah.
Make your layups, make your shit, your jumpers, get out on D.
Yeah.
We got principles. Ain't no setup for no one nigga to get 30 or bust. It was, we gonna hoop, nigga. We drawing this shit up third quarter. Okay, it might be you today, you next week.
Yeah.
Nigga, take it or leave it. I got another nigga ready to come in, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We got to show some love to the original group, right?
Yeah.
The sixth grade team, with JJ and them.
Yeah.
The seventh grade team with Jalen and them.
Yeah.
Let's just start with them two, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have you go through who was all on the sixth grade team at that time when we were already like 2 or 3 practices in, getting ready for our tournaments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The sixth grade group, man. Show us some love. Who was on that roster?
So initially, it all starts, with JJ.
Right.
You know what I mean? He took the bait to bet on his dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could have been like, nah, man, I don't want the comfort of that.
Yeah, some kids don't want to play with their dad.
Yeah. And not only that, your dad popping.
Yeah.
So you know you can't go out here and lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We rocking new shit, Adidas. You know what I mean? Now, we cleaner than a whistle.
Yeah.
But,
still got to back it up.
You out here with your dad, you taking pics in the hoodie.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of kids don't want that pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sink or swim with your dad. So he started it. But, of course, we had already had the reputation. So Jason was the type of nigga, you was going to transfer schools to play with that nigga.
Yeah.
He like Magic Johnson. At that time, like, that was just truth. Like, no facts, all fiction. I mean, no fiction, all facts. Like, he was going to come play with him. And so he was playing with George Hill, and shout out to George Hill. He cut his teeth with them, but then it was just like, I went solo. And I was like, I got to see this nigga handle the ball, see if he could do it.
Yeah.
Because if he could do it, we got a shot at the L's.
Yeah.
I was thinking that early. So I'm like, I went solo. It was him. Got to shout out Jason Curtis. Jason was start a program.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me and Craig in the program, regardless how it turned. If it wasn't for me and him, the program wouldn't have took off.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
sure. Yeah.
So we'll get to the other parts. It was JJ, Jason, Originals,
Yeah.
CJ, because I had my Pike team, which wasn't, but then I had an Indiana Ride schoolball team.
Yeah.
Went 19-1. So that's JJ, CJ Jolliffe, the original. I'm talking about the original. We going now? Am I going with the McDonald's joints?
No,
or am I
we
going with the red? I got to start back with the Family Dollar joints.
Yeah.
The red.
The red. Hey, the red where it say like
The white.
Yeah.
With the Adidas joint,
Yeah.
Adidas, with the red strap shoes, with the red strap.
All
I had
red
the
shoes.
socks with the white, with the red.
I think, yeah. No, the all red shoes.
Then we had the all red shoes with the straps first, the basic joints.
That's what they was playing out of like.
At the Fisher's joint.
Yeah.
And I had the
Yeah, I got a
white
picture of
socks
that.
with
Yeah.
the red.
Yeah, I think I got a picture of
So,
that one.
oh my
I'm
God.
pretty sure. Make sure it's the same one.
That's hard. That was my first shoe though. So that squad, I gotta take my time with that. I got JJ, I got Caden Whitehead, Jason Curtis, I got Jack Stark,
I remember. Oh,
Jack,
yeah.
Big Jack. Jack was a hell of screen series. Jack hit the three. Jack hit the three like Bill and Beer. You got Sean Footman. Remember Sean?
I do.
5.
Yeah.
Martez wasn't original, but I drafted him. So he's probably there by the third game. Who else was the CJ Jolliffe.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't want to leave nobody. I'm so shit.
I know I hate when I do that.
I know, man. So shit. I'm so shit. I'm trying to think the originals though. I'm gonna get CJ Thompson. I ain't gonna forget about CJ. CJ played with me that first run. Is that them? I'm gonna cheat too. Is that my squad? No, that's your squad.
Yeah, but them is the red shoes though, right?
Oh my God, yes sir.
Yeah.
That's out the game. Can show it to the camera, bro. But, hey, listen. Yeah, these are shoes, man. Like we was fresh.
Some
you
of
know.
them didn't have them on, but Joe had
Yeah,
them on.
yeah. Like so, y'all see that? I know some of y'all watching that. Y'all see that, bro. Y'all see how fresh our squad. This is the first squad coming out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I had CJ Thompson. Who that? Is that my?
That's the other jerseys. Them are the red shoes though, right?
These the McDonald's joints.
Yeah.
Come on, hey, look, stop playing with me, man. We in Vegas doing this, bro. 2 Chainz was here last night. I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? Look, them the McDonald's. And not only that, bro, I want to say this before I get into the heart of it. And I want to talk about that team. But, like, I want to say my proudest moment, 2 things before I forget this. You, and we're going to talk a lot about Franklin. We're going to talk more about other coaches. But I felt like even I empowered y'all, I taught y'all, but I never, like, held the reins. It was always like, man, take it and run. It's your shit. This is the structure I like.
Yeah.
This is what I do, but we would also have practices. I would get us all in the slaughterhouse and be like, okay, you got 30.
Yeah.
And I ain't say nothing. 6th grade, y'all with them.
Yeah.
Franklin, you got 30. 8th grade, 6th grade, 8th grade, we all in the lab together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that allowed, because if you look at the success of our coaches, it became great head coaches independently. And I think that came because, like you said, even the first practice, I'm like, bro, look, I'm not coaching all these niggas, bro.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
It is.
And
That was
another
a lot of
thing,
kids, yeah.
yeah, it was a lot of kids. And another thing I think gave us the advantage that I always asked my other coaches to coach other teams. So you had to coach a lot of kids who were beginners. You had to coach 3rd grade games, 5th grade games. So every coach, every kid in the program got coached by every coach.
Dog, you remember I was coaching Alan Henderson's kid.
I remember that.
That was
I
a
remember
3rd
that.
grade team, man.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
remember
oh, dog,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh.
But I used to tell you, man, just stick with it, teach them something.
Yeah, yeah,
Make them
yeah.
have fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, we came out the gate. Like, I think my count was 186 kids. 16 teams. 16 teams. 14 championships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you, Franklin Henderson, DeAndre Brock, You know what I mean? Like, and all our players had a standard of like commitment. They would all be in the gym. You know, Tony and them would get on JJ, Jalen, we would let them go at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so my roster, that first roster that played for me, Indiana Rise, and I shout out to y'all, support y'all. If I ever hit a lick, I'm gonna take care of y'all because y'all paid the $250 to play, and y'all paid the $250 uniform free because we had to be fresh. We had to be, but we traveled a lot. We ate good, we lived good, and we won everything. So that allowed me to come out with the McDonald's joint. But not only in 6th grade did I go with us in the field house, I got us put in everything, right? Then I got us put in field house, you winning, and Franklin winning. You know what I mean? So you got kids on your team who were kind of at that time probably not even good at basketball. I want you to name me that 2021 roster from Rise, from the Family Dollar joints.
Shit, it was earlier than 2021, wasn't it?
Yes, that was your first group.
Nah, that was like 20.
No, that's the class. It's
Oh,
like
shit.
2016.
Yeah.
So that class, Trey and them.
I
need that
might as
roster.
well start with him then. What's
Trey.
his? Trey Mitchell.
Shout out Trey, Chris.
Jalen Clark. I said Mason Gonzalez.
That's hard.
Anthony Hobson. What's Justin's last name?
Justin played with Pike with JJ.
Yeah, he went to Pike, tall ass.
Yeah. We know him, Justin. Yeah.
Marius.
Maris was nice.
Joseph Bobilia.
Babilia toe sectionals up, nigga.
Aaron's finest. Aaron's finest. Hey, shout out to Joseph because Joseph got his own program right now, man. His own skills program, man. That's dope to see, man.
Hey, that's hard. That's hard.
Then you got Joey Ellers.
Ellers Noviesville.
Ellers. Oh man, I'm gonna really feel bad about if I leave him.
Oh, who he missing? I'm gonna try to help you.
I just seen the picture though. I'm tripping. No, I think I said everybody though.
Yeah, I think you said everybody. That's a lot of niggas though. Go back to the red and white joint. Though.
Oh yeah, Asa Sullivan, man.
Hey man, shout out Asa, man.
He was. Hey, I'm tripping. Jaden Thomas.
Jaden, shout out
Jaden. Hey, Jaden was a hell of a scorer at his age, man.
Jaden was a monster.
Yeah, Jaden was a hell of a scorer.
Yeah, Jaden was a monster.
Asa was like, it didn't even matter. Like, really not on no funny shit. Like, even if he didn't score, he gonna have 20 boards, dog. Like,
Asa was like Kenneth Fareed.
Yeah, I'm like,
he was
damn,
faster
like,
than every nigga
yeah,
at the
he
position.
didn't care about getting physical.
Yeah. Very selfless.
On everything. Yeah. He understood. He was like, Coach, I'm ready whenever you need. So shout out to Asa. But I didn't. That's why I looked. I was like, I can't forget nobody.
So look, let me ask you. No, I didn't play, bro. I just got a passion. I coach. So from your vision, what did you see me from as a coach? What did you see some of the strengths of the program that you saw, like watching JJ now, watching how we operated businesses and practices? You knew the shit I was organizing. Like, how was it from your viewpoint being like, kind of like, damn, ride with dude, man? You know what I mean?
Part of it always, was going to be, like I said, you took a chance on me. And I was like, I can't disappoint dude by just giving a bullshit effort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't walk up to people every day and be like, hey, like, help you out with this program. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we help you out. You know what I'm saying? You can be a coach. You get your own team. Like, that shit don't happen that often. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you the person that's getting that conversation. You wasn't even expecting it. So, like, that's always going to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? But the other half is, you know what I mean? Like, my main thing is, like, no matter what the, like, perception is, like, to anybody, like, you can't make excuses about production. You know what I'm saying? So my main thing was, like, dude knows what he's doing, like, in the gym. Like, people might say, like, he yelling at the kids. People might say, you know what I'm saying? But it's like different players get motivated different ways. So it's like you figure out, okay, I can't yell and like jokingly like talk shit to this kid because of how he receives that kind of motivation. So I've done it once or twice. Like he's really not messing with me. All right, I'm gonna figure this out. But
I just want to say,
yeah,
I forgot about Charles Shannon, man. Charles, Brandy, you remember Charles? Light-skinned Charles ended up playing for Pike.
I
I don't know. I'm gonna see a picture. Charles,
Yeah.
his mom, they took a chance on me.
Yeah.
Charles ended up playing. He playing, I think, D3 somewhere.
Okay.
Those the type of kids. But I just want to say, like, you took over, like, every aspect I gave you, bro. Like, you didn't run from, like, bro, we playing Akron. I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the problem is with this is the difference between dudes who become in it and who become great is what you devote to it. You might not even see it in money,
Right.
but you're going to see it in relationships. But the only way to get to that point is you really just got to eat, sleep, and breathe it.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially these days. But anytime, yeah, for sure.
But like when we came in it, our discipline and aggressiveness was a little more forth. It was what niggas is doing today.
Yeah.
Like we was, hey man, too proud. I'll call you, hey man, this dude got practice Tuesday, third. We got a joint, optional joint.
Yeah.
You got the gym, you want to get in the gym. And another thing I never did, your relationship with your players was your players.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never tried to Suge Knight. I never micromanage. You know, to me that perception, I was yelling, but I was winning.
Yeah.
I mean, ask the guys. I mean, I'm sitting here with you now.
Yeah.
Ask the kids that play for me. Like, I used to see me, grande latte.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You silly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We Jalen
Yeah.
playing in college. You know what I mean? Like,
A lot of them, yeah.
a lot of them, man, Trey playing football. Like, we believed in them kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, so how fun was the beginning?
I think it was great, not just because we was winning, but like I said, the main thing, kind of what you were just speaking on, it's just really the relationships, man. It was just like, damn, like they really like, yo, coach, man, like, when we gonna get the gym again? Like, you know, like that group at that time, like they wanted to be in the gym. You know what I mean? And it was dope, like having some kids like that. So it was like, I gotta be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it's not about the money. It's like, well, we playing in Akron. All right, I'm gonna drive my own car down there. And fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Look, we going here. Like we went out of town a lot.
Hey, niggas was in the room 8 deep with them Gatorades, bro.
Yeah, you know, and like I said, it's not like you know what I'm saying, we receiving thousands and thousands of dollars from Nike, you know, Adidas, any Under Armour, anybody. It's like we packing our own stuff in our cars and we driving because what? It's more about the passion.
Yeah. Nah, that was
What's going down?
Yeah. Oh, that's a champ. Hey, champ, we just telling you, what's happening? Hey, we live, champ, on the podcast. How you doing? Look here, look at the champ, man. Hey, look at him. Hey, look at him. Say, what's up, champ? Hey, listen, so look, well, I called you because Rodney said he was a freshman in high school. He had a quadruple-double. And I just wanted you to know that, like, your big bro was getting numbers like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. You know what I mean? I thought you was the only dude that ever did that. I remember you had 5 10s all the way across. He said he had 4. That's nasty. So I just wanted to give his props, you know.
You ever bump into Chewy, man? Chewy had confirmed that, man. Yeah, nah, it happened.
Yeah. So, hey, we're going to get in. I love you, boy. I'll talk to you soon. All right. That nigga big as hell, boy. That nigga been working there.
Been working out.
That nigga big as hell.
JJ Loud went to FaceTime. JJ Loud went to FaceTime.
Hey,
yeah, it's some relationships, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he called back. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of, you know, coaches, they don't have that kind of relationship with their players like year down the line. Some players like, man, I couldn't wait to get the fuck away from him, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, I always just tell my players, too, I think this is important. Like, you might not agree with half the stuff I'm trying to tell you. Maybe any of it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing is, like, we not gonna get to the point where like we don't mess with each other. Because if we get to that point, like you're just gonna have to find another team. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell them all the time, like you can even like have y'all run sprints for no reason. Like I don't care if you say, man, fuck you, coach. Say it in your head. I don't need to hear it out loud.
So let me ask you, G. How hard was them joint practices when all us was in there?
I mean, they was tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to see like what kids is really made of receiving stuff like that.
Straight up,
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not like fucking be like, man, y'all going overboard over this. Like, no, we not, man. Like, y'all don't understand, like, and that's why people now be like, man, the game is soft.
Yeah.
Like the game is soft because y'all giving them soft treatment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
you still have certain dudes that like they talking shit like gets them going.
But look, we was us as a program. We was 45 minutes dedicated to defense.
Yeah.
Between our drills,
like slide,
our warm
like
up,
left, right.
the burpees.
Jump up. Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, it was getting
First,
right.
I would get them.
Yeah.
You would get them.
Yeah.
You do your jump up and down.
Yeah.
And we put them all together. Just let them all be tired.
It work.
And then we could embarrass them like, oh, nigga, this 6th grade nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then we let them run.
You know what's good too? Like, in the beginning for sure.
That nigga back.
What up?
Hey, can you ask my dad what his headset? Man, my hats. Yeah, I need a hat. Man, go look in my closet in the room, the first closet to the right, at the top shelf. In the bedroom, the other way. You in the bathroom. Go back. My closet in the bathroom. Look at the top shelf. Make sure my hat come back in the same shape it left, please. You got an Atlanta hat? I'm watching Atlanta Braves. Nah, I don't got no Atlanta hat, bro. I ain't had an Atlanta hat since '06, since Lil John was out. It's all kind of hats. Just don't wear the one with socks, Pacers, all kind. All right, but we gotta get out of here. We're recording. All right, yeah, love you.
All right, man.
Peace. Shit, wow.
Shit, yeah, for sure.
That's what I need. Hey, what? But look. So, we all was in there. Then we would do the drill where you had to pass to the nigga and then run, sprint the court, and run the sprint the court, pass, sprint, all the way around. We used to do that shit. Then we'd do the blurpees.
It was like the one-on-one drill where like you had to like run up and backpedal and all like they used to die off that drill too. Boys be getting embarrassed like.
Oh my God. And then like we was the type of niggas we would start practices with defense. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and then our other shit, our 3-on-2s, murderous, jumpers, drills, the competition. Then we would split the team. Instead of just saying your players versus my players, we'd pick teams. So you would be coaching some of my players.
Yeah.
I coach some of your players. Franklin have right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just to get them used to different styles of coaching.
Different styles of coaching.
Or different voices, you know.
Yeah. But look what that did for relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So everybody sweep the field house. So let's talk about. All right, so we win the first one. We feeling good. We playing good. We rocking the Family Dollar joints. You know what I mean? Everything's good in the USA. And then you see the new shits. What you thinking now? Like, oh, this nigga came out with the McDonald's joints, the white boys.
Yeah, the ones that said Roz. Because then you had the black set too.
Yeah. So which set was harder?
The black.
Oh.
Yeah, the black set. You silly. The black set was hard, bro. Like
the black set was harder. The black set was harder.
I still got pictures of that.
The white was crispy though.
Yeah,
the gold letters, the white.
I've always been like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the only white jerseys I've ever liked, and I got different jerseys now. It's like Pike.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
With that white with the red.
Yeah, like in college, I like black, and you know what I'm saying? Like I just like.
Now that black was hard.
You know
that black was hard.
Like, I like the away part of it better, but yeah, dog.
How was the font? You like the rise letters, everything?
No, the jerseys was dope, man. Like we looked official, you know what I'm saying?
We had the sprinkles on the shorts, the gold sprinkles.
We look like we belong.
Yeah, that was hard.
For real.
It was hard. Coaches.
Yeah. And it was like we also got the kids that are actually playing good.
Yeah.
So it's like it makes it even better. It's like now we look good, we play good, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was good.
And the thing about it was we could be hard on niggas, but they loved us and niggas got, you know, kids, not niggas. kids got better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, kids got better. Like, you know, you could play for us and have a belief in yourself. Develop one.
Yeah.
Like, no kid will ever tell you any one of us tore their confidence down. You know what I mean?
You know what's, not to cut you off, what's respectable is, like, at the end of them practices, like the last, like, 20-some minutes, like, parents would come in there, right?
Oh.
And, like, no matter, like, you know what we get criticized for, what you got criticized for as far as, like, being too hard on them in practice or whatever, like, none of the parents, like, was ever there, like, criticizing.
Right.
Whose kids were there. Like,
Right.
a lot of the,
No,
you know, talk, yeah, like, it came from, like, you know, we would go to tournaments and then other people saying stuff. But it's just like, you know, because I always have respect for, shout out to Jalen Clark's pops, man. Like, you know, he be coming in there and be like, he would tell me all the time, like, I need you to work Jalen. I need you to work Jalen. Like, Jalen got to deal with me when he come home. Don't worry about what you say, blah, blah. But to have parents like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Trey Mitchell's, you know, pops was like that. You know, his mom was just always like, I love what y'all doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Anthony's mom was supportive, making sure, like, he was always there. If she couldn't get him there, make sure he had a ride. You know what I'm saying? Marius, you know, like, his family always made sure, you know what I'm saying, like, he got there. You know, he was tight with Jalen. You know, the Ellers supportive, Joseph dad supportive.
Yeah. Justin Dobbins, that was his name.
Dobbins, okay.
Yeah, Dobbins. Yeah.
So Jalen's family made sure Justin made it to
That
practicing
ass,
tournament.
yeah.
You know, so
That's
it's just like having parents like that, dog. Like, it make, like, that helped out our ability to be more free too.
Yeah.
Because they're sitting there watching, and they cool with it. You know, a lot of parents, you know, let me speak to you after practice.
Right,
you know,
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? We don't have to deal with that. So I always, shout out to the parents too.
And the camaraderie was amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all would be on the bench, root for us, vice versa.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We was out deep, nigga, on some like everybody was out on some no limit shit.
It was good, yeah.
It was good times.
Going out to eat between games, after games,
Yeah.
like, we going as a 6th and 7th grade unit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, like, what allowed you when it all dissolved? We ain't gotta really go, you know, that's kind of up to you, but like, when it dissolved, what allowed you to maintain respect for me and still rock with me? Because a lot of times when things go bad, I get blamed for it. You know what I mean? Situations go bad. You know, I started a program with good intentions. You know what I mean? I was fed to everybody. I wish it could have lasted. It could have been $1 billion industry because we was ahead of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, gym-wise, talent-wise, coaching-wise, you know, business-wise, just one of the biggest fumbles ever.
Yeah.
Because it started off so fast. Like, you know, it just, you know, we was on an elite run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just think if we'd have had that shit all the way through years to all them 2021, 20s played, 2021s, 22, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The game would be ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Guys in the league and everything. So, you know, I think when that shit ended, you know, a lot of times in my thing, even though no matter how much joy I bring to people, things go bad. So what allowed us to maintain a friendship even though even though shit went bad and the program ended the next year for us?
I mean, I just think, like I said, man, everybody ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it doesn't have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, vibe with everybody, you know. But the one thing is, which is why the world is fucked up now, is like it's just no respect, you know what I'm saying, for, like, a lot of stuff that you would think is, you know what I'm saying, like, well, like, that's everyday stuff. Like, how, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, you get people that just say shit because they want to see someone else get upset or they want to see someone else, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen that, like, in the distance, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like, people trying to get you aggravated and stuff like that. Or even if they get you to get to the point where you react, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, people got to understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it was always like, we didn't know each other when you approached me about coaching, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was, I respect you for coming to me and acknowledging what I've been doing in here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like, let me, you know, and then that led to, man, this dude took a chance on me and really broke the ice for me, like, learning how to coach, you know, and being comfortable coaching on my own. You know, then it was, man, this dude, he's letting me train his son. He's letting me, what I'm saying, like, travel for free. Like, he's letting me, experience, these different tournaments, how it is to be on the AAU circuit. He ain't asking for nothing in return except for, man, give these kids what you got. And I'm just like, what I'm saying? Like, that's all, what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm like, man, that's nothing but, like, that's just nothing but respect. So when everything, kind of, like, fell apart with the program, what I'm saying? I'm just like, look, man, like, whatever happened, like, that don't have nothing to do, like, with everything you done for me. That don't have nothing to do with, like, our relationship. Is like, all businesses don't last forever, especially when you building from the ground. Like, we gonna learn from mistakes. We gonna learn from every kind of situation that we got to go through, what I'm saying? Because, like, this is new. What I'm saying? Didn't nobody know who Rise was, like, 4 or 5 months before we were in our first tournament. You know what I mean? So it's just like, because we had such quick success too, what I'm saying? I'm like, what I'm saying? Like, dude, let me be a part of that. What I'm saying? So I was always thankful for, like I said, everything you did. And like I said, man, like, I don't believe in, like, I don't believe in a situation, tearing a friendship, tearing something between two people, you know what I'm saying? If, You know what I'm saying? Like, it was easy to talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it easily could have been, both, like, from Indianapolis, like, it's easy for people to be like, man, fuck you, man. Like,
right.
I can't coach no more, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no gym access, man. All because of some pay shit. It's like, no, like, look, bro, like, I'm gonna come over to your crib, like, John, when you gonna be at home? All right, I'm on my way.
That's hard.
All right, let's talk about this face to face. I just want to let you know I'm grateful, man. Like, I appreciate you taking a chance on me.
Yeah.
I know the program's kind of going the opposite direction of what we planned, but thank you, man, for taking a chance on me, man. Like, later on down the line, like, we ever bump into each other again, like, we always gonna be good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, man. Like, that was on that, like, and like,
yeah, it's hard.
That's all really a lot of people really had to do, like, anyway, man. But it's just like, people don't want to do that, man.
It's crazy.
Like, I feel less of a man, or
nah, because
blah,
like,
blah, blah. It's just like, nah.
I'm in this bitch, like, bro, like, any nigga been around me, any kid played for me, bro. We at the crib, bro. I'm ordering 100 cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
We throwing 1,000 burgers on the grill. You know what I mean? Every penny I could squeeze, I squeeze for niggas.
Yeah.
I never asked a nigga try to contribute. If I did, I'd be okay, man, here go 80.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was just a nigga like, man, it's a lot of excuses for niggas. I gotta make sure the dudes that can do it get the lane to do it while I got this revenue stream.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cats like you, Franklin, and Brock, these dudes just need one free run to springboard a career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same as me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think, if you popping, it don't take a long time. Because once you get the formula, now it's virtual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I start seeing, like, oh, yo, nah, dudes is brilliant. Like, because I'm the type, what makes me so smart is I can learn from niggas.
Yeah.
I'm going to be quiet. Oh, this nigga doing this. Hey, you be like, all right, Pike, we should do this. I'm like, oh, them niggas 39-0, whatever. I'm listening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never was, hey, Franklin, man, get on these niggas, bro. Hey, Rodney, get on these niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was always a dude who I just wanted niggas to be great, man, because I feel like you only get one run. Life already hard enough, bro. Nigga, you black, you trying to survive. If you can pour into dudes and network, because now, we gonna talk about the blessings that come from it, but, like, you pouring to dudes younger than you. Now you pouring to a generation, dude. Like, now Joseph got a program.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about that, bro.
Crazy.
Some Belichick shit.
Young Joey, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, we always had the solidarity. You moved out here, and, like, shit, I ain't never put this on record, but I probably been bouncing out here about 7th grade, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sniffing around Bo and them, you know what I mean? Trying to get out here, I don't want to fucking with Finley, but you cut your teeth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always came, checked it out. I bring the youngin' out here to hoop. We snuck off the Utah hoop one time. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah. Hey, we went undefeated, too. Shit, that was the beginning of my AAU program right there too.
Oh my God, yo, we play.
Yeah, JJ helped out. Shit,
And listen, this nigga say, yo, we can't post a picture. I'm in sectionals.
yeah. Like, hey, all right, now let's take the other picture without JJ. I can post this one. All right. I can post this one. I'm matter of fact, let me stand in here with y'all.
Stop playing.
I'm gonna take JJ's spot. All right. I'm gonna take JJ's spot. All right, we look good. But yeah, no, that was dope, man. Like, being able to have that kind of relationship, like, you know, shit. I mean, we went to Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jalen and his
That's
family.
all right.
They came out to Salt Lake City, man.
Yeah.
We did pretty good in that tournament. You know? So yeah, man. Relationships and networking, man, it's just crazy.
Well, you know the thing about me, bro. Like, I always feel like if you're really gonna be like a boss, then you're supposed to give every dude you meet the tools to be a boss, because now you got a circle of bosses. Yeah. If you really secure about yourself as a man, you love yourself, you want your guy, because like I told you, if you become the director of USA Basketball, it's my guy. It's a phone call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to say, oh, man, I did this equal to this account he got owe me. Bro, I don't care if you make $9 million, I don't want nothing. You know, a brewski or something, veggie burger. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Shit, it's Vegas. They got whatever you want. Whatever you want.
So let me ask you, man, how relaxing has it been out here for you?
It's peaceful, man. I mean, shit, I done been through some shit. But you know, man, shoot, honestly, like I said, being able to be on the West Coast, you know, the weather, it just treats your body different, man.
Yeah.
You know, and people like, man, it's 115 today. You know, but it's just like you get through them 3-4 months of that extreme heat. Like, it's beautiful out here, you know, the majority of the year. You know, it's a 24-hour city, you know, so it's just like no matter, you know, when you grind and when you work and whatever, it's just always a lot of stuff that's available to you, you know what I mean? Instead of, you know, back home, a lot of stuff is 9 o'clock, it's closing, malls, whatever, 10 o'clock, like a lot of stuff is closed. But out here, it's just, if you need access to something at 2:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, you know, 10 at night, you know, a random 1:30 during the day, it's just like you got access to
same thing.
Yeah,
same, you know, food, coffee, drink,
just,
relaxation.
Yeah, man. And like I said, the diversity too. You know, it's just kind of like you don't really bump into a lot of people consistently all the time out here. You know what I mean? It's definitely more peaceful.
Hello.
Oh yeah, before you bring it on, what you gonna do about the game?
Shit, probably cut out about 10 minutes. I know.
Oh, okay.
Cop that motherfucker. I forgot it was rolling so long. I gotta step in there and get some pictures. I accidentally kicked the power. I was gonna come back. It's still recording, but I just gotta get the sound back on. Hey, you flowing, bro. You good at this shit, man?
Yeah. Nah, yesterday, like I said, because we were, you know.
It's back live.
Boys have been,
You know.
That's all like, but nah.
So, look, for me, before I go, if we got 100 on the wood, over, under, me being in Las Vegas, 22 and a half times.
You said 22? Oh, shit. I go with the over.
Oh,
hey, I'll be hitting on the over, so I'm gonna stay with the over.
Oh, you go with the overs? You go with the overs?
Hey, I'm good with the over, so yeah, I'm going straight over.
Hey, so look, hey, you're better. We not gonna give away secrets. Y'all gonna have to pay for that one, man. We not, you know, there's a lot of studying out here, man.
Man, it's too much out here, man. Oh God.
Hey, look, bro.
Like you said, you bet on Czechoslovakian basketball if you want to.
Yo, hey, my man seen you can win $2,000 on dogs.
Just wild out here.
Yeah. Nah. How much you got to put up to win the 2 bands on the dogs?
That's crazy. Old dude put up like $10, man. On an exacta, a trifecta, and something else. I'm like, this dude is. I'm like, what? Yeah.
And what? 28, 20. It was a nice. The +2 plus.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
yeah, around about 2,800. Like this shit's like
Yeah, nah, that
$10.
shit crazy. That shit crazy.
You know, that don't happen like all the time, but just to be able to see that, I'm like, damn. Like,
Hey, and me and him was on the elevator with a nigga just won 800,000.
yesterday.
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 And he really wanted us to kick it. I kind of want to focus. I was tired. He was really trying to get us to kick it.
Yeah, he's like an OG. OG dude, his friend. And that was wild. I'm like, damn, he wanted us to go out and set the party up for him, get us in trouble. I'm like, no, sir.
And you know, for me, this is my recharge, man. I love C. I do a lot for C. I drip a lot of game. I drop a lot. You know, my blessings, my thing has always been like, man, I ain't living a perfect life. I want to honor my mom. I want to honor God. You know, I want to give niggas some light, man. I want niggas, I want to be an older nigga, leave a nigga with something, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then that type of stuff, it offer coverage on my name, my reputation, you know what I mean? Dudes know what I've been through, what I how I treated people. So for me, it was just all about, if a dude got a light, man, you know, you got to teach him how to get to it, bro. If you securing yourself, I should be able to teach you how to be the best you.
Yeah.
Inspire you to be the best. What a real black man supposed to. That's what the OGs did for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, nah, man. Hey, you need me, bro. Like, hey, you could need something from me, bro. You wouldn't even mind comfortable asking nobody, or vice versa.
Yeah.
That's what the big homie's supposed to do. Like, not like, you know, if it ain't popping, nah, man, your best, your worst. You know, and then that's how you find a nice circle of friends, man. We're gonna get out of here, man. We gotta bust some moves, man. I appreciate your time, G.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're gonna run this back, man. This is part 1, man. This is I guess this is Fisher's Fieldhouse session 1. We're gonna run this back about 8 more times. I think I'll be here a couple more times, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got the Ferris wheel behind us. Over 22. Yeah. Hey, we got a ball behind us that changes every like 5 minutes, bro. They change the image on us, the fairing wheels joint, Harris. Like, God bless, man, you know. This man was crispy, man, got a lot of buckets, held my son down, held the program down. I'd be out of town, you know what I mean? Then ate some of the favorites, loud and fried chicken from the crib, you know what I mean? Like, it's family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bust meals together, like, I just treat my people good, whoever around, bro. We living life. We happy out here, man. God bless. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. We don't miss. Peace.
God bless.
God bless.